I didn't hit you back when you call my line. Or did you even need to talk? Or you wasting time declining all your FaceTime calls? Cause you're not my vibe, but God just let me go to sleep.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I just want to talk about the 5 things that I love having for my truck that are easily purchasable from Amazon.com. So as you guys can see, my right rear passenger tire is low. And usually I don't run my tires at this much pressure, but it's warmer out. The pressures tend to go up. Generally what I run is 38 in the front and 35 in the rear. Now, the first time that this happened, I just used my regular compressor at home to air up the tire, but I decided to start looking into options on Amazon for the portable compressors. Now, there's the type that plugs into your 12-volt outlet, and then there's ones that are cordless and you have to charge. I didn't really want to go with the cordless portable one. It's obviously a better, easier way because you don't have to worry about plugging anything in. But I ended up purchasing this one, and I want to say it was like 20 bucks off Amazon, maybe 25, and it was an Amazon Prime, so that meant I could get it within a day or two. So it just plugs in to your 12-volt cigarette lighter, and then once it's powered on, you can actually set what pressure you want it to go to and hook it up to your tire, and then it just automatically stops. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on 35 psi, and it's just going to stop when it hits 35 psi. Get this plugged in. Now, as you guys can see, it is powered on. You basically have these options right here, which is going to be increase or decrease what you want your set pressure to be. You can see it's set on a vehicle. It's also got a flashlight up top, so if you just hit this button, as you can see, there's a car, motorcycle, bicycle, and then if you have like a basketball or something small like that. Since we're doing the truck, we obviously want it to be set to car. And now it does come with a lengthy cord coming from the 12 volt. I do have a 12 volt back here for the passengers in the back. I could use that and make it a little easier, but basically when I plug in all the way up here and run it out to the back, it just barely reaches. And I won't act like this thing is super fast. We want to be at 35. And all you do is just hit the center button. I also timed it, so to get us from 27 psi to 35, it took us roughly 7.5 minutes, which isn't completely horrible. And then the device itself, it does kind of get a little warm, but honestly, for $25 and what it does, it works perfect. I absolutely love this thing. And just to see how accurate we are, I'm going to check it with my pressure gauge here. It's basically right on 35. So it's a pretty accurate gauge. Okay, truck's cleaned. It looks like it could rain, but it looks like it might not. We're in Iowa, and we have just been getting hit with rain like every 2 days, every 3 days. I'm getting annoyed of it, very annoyed. But the next thing that I really love to have on the truck, I keep it on the truck and I keep it on the boat, and that's going to be the no-code jump starter. And it's just that little battery pack that just allows you to be cordless and jump start your battery in the event that it's dead. My truck isn't dead, but I'm going to simulate how you guys would use this. It's very easy, and this is one of the best items that I have on the truck or on my boat. Now, it comes with just a little carrying case. Half the time, I never use it, but I'm just trying to be professional for this video. I just usually leave the leads plugged in all the time. They just go into the 12-volt outside. Make sure it's clicked in. All you have to do is hook them up to your batteries. So before you turn this thing on, make sure you're hooked up, and you're gonna wanna make sure you hook up your positive side first, then your negative. Now that you've got it hooked up, just click and hold your power button. You're gonna see your lights illuminate. And you're going to start hearing this thing kind of clicking. And once it's clicking, that just means the device is charging your battery. Usually what I would tell you is you could just try it right away, maybe give it a few minutes just to give it a little charge on the battery pack. But this isn't really a charger. This is just a booster pack to help start this. But if it doesn't start right away, give it a few minutes. And then once your car is running for a little bit, maybe wait 2 to 3 minutes just to let this thing still kind of boost your battery, and then remove it. Once you're done, obviously click and hold the power button, and then that shuts you off, and we'll go ahead and get these removed. Now, a couple of the other features that are great on this, especially if you're using it at nighttime, is when this is powered on, you have the LED flashlights. And the other thing that it has is a USB out. So you could technically use this and charge your cell phone, anything like that. And then the other side is just going to be your USB-A input. And this is what you're going to want to use, which is basically like the old school Android charger. That's what you're going to use to charge the device. And once it's fully charged, these are going to light up all 4 bars saying that this is fully charged. The other thing that's nice about it is you can jumpstart a battery several times before needing to actually charge this again. The GB20 is rated up to a 4-liter V6 engine. I don't have anything bigger than a V6. Even my boat is a V6. In the event that somebody does need boosted and they do have a bigger motor, I'm still going to give this a try. If you are trying to jump bigger motors, their next size up is going to be the GB40. This one's the GB20. The next thing that can be easily had off of Amazon is purchasing a bed rug for your truck. Now, basically what this does is it turns the bed of your truck into a trunk. Things that I really like about having this: whenever you're hauling stuff with it, say you got a box, say you got coolers, say you got your groceries back here, just like your car trunk, stuff doesn't slide around. So obviously one of the big things with it is it protects your bed. Now it's obviously not going to be like a Line-X. Another thing that's really nice with this is it's water/weatherproof. You can basically pressure wash this and it's not going to harm it. There are some negatives with having this, and I would say the biggest negative would be is if you are hauling like brush, tree, limbs, leaves, stuff like that. The one thing I've learned with this is if you are going to haul a bunch of brush with it, you might want to put a tarp down. Otherwise, you could be like me and not put a tarp down, and then you just got to vacuum it like no other. That's about the only negative I can think of. And to me, all of the positives outweigh the negatives. This is just the perfect accessory to add to your truck. So now that you got a bed rug in the back of your truck, the next thing you're going to want to make sure you have, or maybe you already have it, is a tonneau cover. I currently have the Retractable tonneau cover. Now, I don't really think I have it figured out with the tonneau covers. I don't think I have an absolute favorite, but right now I would say the Retractable is at the top of the list. Now on my last truck, my last F-150, I had the Undercover Flex, which is basically the same as the tri-folding backflip. It's a very popular tonneau cover. It sets flush on the truck bed. That's what I really like. But the thing that I didn't like about it is when you tri-folded it, when you got to like the 3rd flip, the thing was super heavy, but then it would also block your back window the whole time. So whatever you're hauling, you can't see because that tonneau cover is flipped up to the back. Now, this whole tonneau system, to install it, is probably going to take you at most 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half, or if you've done several of them, you could probably knock it out in an hour. But what I really love about this is just the ease of use and the ability to lock it. So all you have to do is come over here, flip this, you can lock this, hit that little button there, flips up, and now you can just push the tonneau. And it doesn't really take a lot of force. The main thing that kind of sucks with it is this right here, and this basically makes you lose about a foot of bed space. You still have, you know, the underneath part, but because this needs to track in and basically wind up, that's what they have going here. For me, I don't haul a ton of stuff, and if I do, this is going to work out for me. At most, maybe I'll haul a couch or something like that. So losing that foot of space isn't the biggest killer to me. I just do not care for having that tri-fold backflip cover blocking my rear window. And also this right here is basically the lock. So another thing that I like with this is when you just say you want it halfway open, now it's locked in position and it's not going nowhere. So now it's just stuck halfway. I think that's an excellent feature. And with this tonneau cover, it keeps most of the water out. I would probably say about 80%. It has a couple of drain tubes underneath the mechanism, and basically what happens is the water that comes in there, it's going to go down through it and it shoots out, and in between the bed of the truck and the cab of the truck is where it shoots out. Sometimes the carpet can be a little damp, but it's not overkill, and to me it's just fine because the carpet can handle the weather. So overall, I think this is one of the best tonneau covers that you can get. The ease of use is what keeps me keeping this. We gotta take a little brief intermission here. Wrigley, click it or ticket. After we get Wrigley's groceries, I'm gonna show you guys the last item that I really like having for the truck. But while we're in the truck, this over here, not the dog, but his little seat cover, That's from Amazon, and I'm trying to find one that I really like, but they're all pretty generic, they're all cheap, and that one is just another generic one. But if you guys know of any, drop one down below, because I want to find a really nice cover. I can get the ones that go in the back seat, but Wrigley's just like a passenger seat kind of dog. He don't like to be in the back. Now, the last thing I want to show you guys is the bomber strap. I purchased it off Amazon. I want to say it's 130 bucks, but I had purchased it when they had a little deal going on. And I was kind of looking for something that's kind of minimalistic. I wanted something quality, and I love the look of it, and it's just very easy to strap my bike in and not worry about it. There's a lot of pads like this. There's ones where it goes across the whole tailgate of the truck. That way, if you want to haul 3, 4, 5 bikes. But if you're just going solo, I love the bomber pad. It's very minimalistic, it's clean, it's high quality, and when you strap the bike in after it's already been installed on your tailgate, there's just 2 straps. Now, one of them is going to be strapping the fork in, the other one's going to be strapping the frame in, and then the bike basically doesn't move anywhere. It just looks super clean. We're going to go ahead and show you guys how this installs. And the other thing that I really like with these buckles is they're magnetic, so they kind of just click in. And it does have a little compartment right here. It's nothing huge, but if you guys want to put any sort of accessories or something small, maybe a patch kit or a little tool kit, that way it's just attached and it can be in there all the time. Since I have the bed rug, I just have one more step, which is this. Pull this up. So first thing we'll do is we'll get this guy, and I'll just start over in the corner of the truck and feed it through. And then once it's fed through, slide it over like so. And then you're going to end up feeding it back through this little assembly right here. And then I'll just kind of push this down. Always try to aim for the piece that's going to strap down the lower part of your frame. Try to get it to about a little past middle to maybe the back side of your tailgate. So then that way it should be low enough to where you can grab onto the frame. Because if it's up here too much, then you're not going to be able to wrap around your frame. Once it's in place, you just set your bike on like so. And you're going to end up turning it like this. And now I can go ahead, hit both of these magnetic buckles. It's strapped in perfectly fine. Alright guys, so that's just 5 items from Amazon that I like having for my F-150 Raptor. If you guys have anything different that I could be missing out on, drop it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. If you guys made it to the end, make sure to drop this video a like, because Wrigley's a trooper and he's been in the truck for a while. We did do a grocery haul for him, and he was able to wear himself out in the store looking for a cat. So, yeah, that's all I got. Peace.